new haircut. What's up everyone, David here from Mentalhaggis Cosplay here today with a new reaction video for the next episode of RWBY Volume 8. Today we're doing episode 2 and hopefully if you're watching this you'll have watched the first video I did with the premiere episode of Volume 8. Took a little while to get uploaded because currently as I'm recording this it is in the YouTube holding pin. As I'm reacting to this, it's currently being processed by the YouTube system. I left it a little bit late this week for it to go through the dispute process. So hopefully within a couple of days that'll get sorted out by YouTube and then that'll be up for everyone to watch. Sorry I left it late this guys, like I won't do that for this video, I'll get that done as soon as possible so you guys can view it in January. I'm just kidding. So we're going to go straight into the episode reaction for episode 2. After episode 1 left us, I'm betting that Oscar gets kidnapped in this episode. Anyone want to join that bit? Okay. And here we go. As you see, I'm not cosplaying today like I did John for last week, but I'm only going to cosplay for some special episodes, some not, and hopefully I'll get other people to join in for these reaction videos. So yeah, this, after like watching this opening about a good dozen times over this past week, it definitely is kind of growing on me. It's, I still really like Trust Love, like the Volume 7 opening, that was quite grand. This one is kind of more akin to like Volume 3 when it falls, where it's just setting up something grand is going to happen a lot. It's not foreshadowing too much, like it's not one to give too much of its cards away, which I do like. And they probably are like hinting at some stuff, but it's probably quite subtle. Oh, I never noticed it. I like the, I just noticed that scene there had like a kind of cool contrast where like on the left you've got the kind of the blues of like Atlas, and then you've got the kind of reds and purples of like the big Moby Dick Grim. Yes, yes, bad times are ahead of us, I know. Happy never again. Oh, right, let's see what's in this episode. Give me a U. Let's start with Cinder. We're gonna start with this. No, Crow. Oh, he's still holding the pin.
You realize that, don't you?
And he's not listening. His boyfriend's dead. He's checked out.
To give him a chance at a better life. But
oh.
You,
me, I am a
oh, she's talking to Watts.
I'll admit I was duped, used. And although my hands
so they're on the holding pen together.
At least I am not a murderer.
Yeah, excuse me, he didn't murder anyone.
He didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna stand here and be
there's
like
Watts there as well.
Snake with a mustache who helped that man tear us all apart.
Yeah, you got two snakes in there.
Well, I suppose we're all stuck in it together.
He doesn't give a fuck. Oh, that's quite a cool, like, holding cell.
I know the right people. I'm sure Whitney has reached out to my legal team and will have me out of here before you can say...
Oh, Jesus. Jack, that ain't gonna help you. Oh. Police brutality. Rough him up.
You do realize you've already caught me?
Oh! Ouch. Give him the Casino Royale treatment.
I hate not being able to do anything.
We can do something.
Scratch his balls.
We can kill the man who put us here.
With still no word from General
Oh.
Mantle citizens are frightened and perplexed by the sudden withdrawal of military personnel, especially given the massive Grim horde outside.
The man's gone trigger happy. Be
I've
afraid.
never seen anything quite like this. It truly feels like the end of days. But the Atlas Eye is committed to updating the public.
This one, Happy Huntress.
Hey,
Oh. No.
Citizens of Mantle, General Ironwood has abandoned you, but we have not.
Oh.
If you can hear this, gather any food and supplies you need to stay
Get out
warm,
of there.
then head to the Mantle Crater. The Grimm are starting to make their way back into the city.
Get the evacuation sorted.
Hold the line if we all come together.
Oh, that Putrid's lap. Yeah. God help us all.
Waiting for us out in the storm. It's time to show your teeth, Mantle.
She's cool, I like her. Back to you, Sanjay. Oh, this is the scene.
Alright, the others are definitely missing out.
Hover bikes. What's that? The hyper rhino. He. That is a cool shot. So where's this? Oh, Grimm's watching them. So they're getting the evacuation sorted.
Only take what
Aww.
you need.
The crater? Are you sure it's safe out there?
Absolutely, ma'am.
Oh, Grim attack. Okay, so this is stuff that was shown in the kind of preview as well.
Heads up!
Oh, Atlas Tech. Silly Graham. He should have gone around.
Way better than
Ah.
I'm already pushed this far in.
No. I think those were more from last night.
Hmm.
Ren, if Jean hits you with his aura amp, think you can mask everyone?
Oh,
Give it a shot.
what last time?
It is a lengthy trip through Mantle.
No, that's a great idea. We'll have a grim-free journey all the way to the crater.
Do we really gotta shack up with
Ah.
those animals down in the slums? I'd feel
John's
more
keeping the
safe being
positivity
in
up.
Atlas. Yeah, I'm
Ah.
sure you would. But the people up top have decided you're not worth the trouble. The Faunus, on the other hand, have been willing to lend all the help they can, regardless of whether or not you deserve it.
Oh, good for you, Yang.
So, I'll just go get our things then.
Ah, there. Those two work so well together.
General Ironwood said we were going to Atlas. We're setting up an example of those
It
kids.
should not be this hard getting people to just cooperate.
Hmm.
And yet, it's something I'm becoming increasingly concerned about.
You know,
What?
I really don't need your additional commentary right now.
You all have every right to be upset. Especially you, Oscar. I'm sorry.
You had me shot.
I'm not upset that you left. I'm upset you came back. I started to feel like me.
Oh.
Not the same me I was before all of this, but
Ah,
me I always wanted to be. I felt
identity crisis.
like I was actually part of the team.
I
Oh,
understand. But even though it may not have felt like I
of
was
course.
gone, I was never truly gone. You're gaining control of my remaining magic, recollecting my longest held memories, which means our two souls are still on the inevitable path to becoming one.
Ah,
But I don't want that.
how,
Neither do I.
that's it. How much of Oscar's gonna
You good?
remain?
It's just a lot to focus on. You can do it, Ren.
We're almost to the crater.
I don't need a pep talk. I need to focus.
Hmm.
Right.
Ren's under a lot of stress.
to find a
I mean,
way
the train was big, but that was only for like a short
Not
while.
just the two of us,
Once they got clear from the Grim.
all of us.
Penny! Okay, what I like about this episode for us is showing, like, with the evacuation, like, everyone first, it's showing the scale
again
of
for coming.
things.
Don't mention it. Once Robin learned about Amity Tower, she wouldn't shut up about it.
Wherever she is, I'm sure she would want us doing what we can to get it up in the air and get the world talking again. Besides, Fiona's got your friends helping out in my stead.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, she's upset.
Are you sure this is safe? Snowshoe Shipping is an SDC subsidiary, meaning all the drones here report to the company, not the general.
Right.
The pneumatic tubes allow for dust refined in the crater to be sent straight up to Atlas. We just
Oh!
need to find the one for the military base.
Are there any buildings in Atlas that you're
Oh, so it's like post office swings. So the dust from...
Isn't relevant at the moment.
So the dust from down there gets sent up there for these tubes.
I do not like it when friends fight.
Oh,
I know.
she's so pure.
Yang and I
Ruby
might
feels
not
the same.
agree on how best to save Mantle,
No.
but I mean Winter, the general. They were our friends. But then the Aesops attacked you. And the general, he said people were going to die because of me.
Oh,
That was a lie. And he was only saying it to hurt you.
I was the protector of Mantle. But now,
you still are.
I am much more than that. And I wish I was not. But
Oh, bless
so
her.
have you, Penny. By becoming the Winter Maiden, you did protect Mantle.
Yes, that is
Thank
true.
you, Ruby.
Hug.
I found it!
Oh,
I suppose
that was a
that's what
sweet
she's about
scene.
now.
Between our secret weapon,
Again, we love those
numbers,
nice little scenes to keep
all
us good.
could be in better hands.
So how
Oh,
do
she's the
you use
invisible
this
one,
thing?
that's right.
It should be simple. If you lie back in the tube and press launch...
Well, wait. Well, I just killed her.
No, Crimson, I need you and your team over in Sector 11. Mantle
Like, she's got
police
sneed
are
right into the...
hospital, but they're gonna need backup.
Betty.
You're doing great, Fee. Robin would be proud.
Oh, so that's how
I feel
fire
like
dust
you should
works
be
in the
doing this
fences.
after flexing on the news like that.
How else was I supposed to get the word out? Besides, it seems to be working.
That's cool. You
Where's
get to
this
see more of the
coming
happy
from?
huntresses on your
That would
own.
be Sector 7. You cleared 7 already. That's great.
Ah, so this
To
is
be
like the
honest,
evacuation
I
kind of
wasn't
base.
sure how you'd be doing without all of your teammates.
Well, as you
There's
can
enough
see, we're
of you
doing
guys.
just fine.
Where are you putting
Still
everyone?
tension.
We're working to get most of them settled in houses or other shelters. A large portion of the community is also trying to get old mine shafts into a livable condition.
We've got a lot of people to keep warm. Looting the SDC refineries is our best source of dust.
And also, you gotta
Fortunately,
protect them
no
as
one's
well.
arrested during the apocalypse. Just knowing those Grimm are circling out there doesn't feel great. What are they waiting for?
Fee, we got another
That's a good
fight right now.
question.
Crap.
Oh,
Thanks, Uncle.
he's a bear faunist.
We'll handle it.
Oh.
I'll handle it. You've got.
Oh no, he's a mole faunist because of like the. Oh, he reminds me of Mole from Wind in the Willows.
We spotted a decent-sized group of Grimm moving in from the east. Can't take him with all these civvies.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Did he say east?
Yes. Oh, is that bloody? Is that the Grim or is that just a lower one? Alright, first fight of the volume, here we go. First big fight. Ah, well done, John.
Hello?
Okay, Fiona. That's one more problem.
Said first big fight of the volume. This has just got.
coming in from the west. The huntsman there could really use some backup.
Okay, we're on our way.
It's all the negativity. Salem's forces aren't moving in, but it's enough to start attracting the stragglers.
Guys, we're not finished.
All right, we need to hurry this up and take...
It's coming.
Just happened.
That big bugger's coming.
I've never seen Grim act that way before.
What were they?
Salem's baby's coming. What the holy shit!
Oscar!
What is this fucking thing? Oh! Is that thing morphing? Is that thing a fucking shapeshifter?
Wait! It's using Oscar as a shield!
But Grim aren't that smart.
This one really is. Can stretch its...
Give him back!
It's pretty smart. Oh, it's gonna grow wings. That thing fucking spoke. Oh my god. Oh, you guys made me ink. Oh. That's so cool. Yep. I used to take it. That beatdown on Oscar was pretty brutal. Like, I know, like, horror and everything, but Jesus Christ.
Kids, what's your status? We've got an emergency. We're not gonna make it.
Oscar is kidnapped again.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Nice concept art here. Oh my god. The moment that Grimm spoke, I had like it was like that scene from Rise of the Planet of the Apes where I was like, get your hands off him, you damn dirty Grimm. No.
What Jesus is it did?
If you lie back in the tube and press launch...
Okay, so after taking a minute to just kind of process the holy shit that just happened in that episode, I took some notes for points of topic to discuss about this episode, because there is quite a bit to discuss. So starting off, we focus on Crow and Robin and Jacques and Watts, which they all share the same kind of like cell blocks, like they're all within like a talking distance of each other. Crow's just pretty much checked out, like he's still processing the death of Clover, he's just staring at like his bloody emblem pin. Robin's like having a go at Jacques, which I thought she was talking to Crow at first, because I thought it was just going to be them two together and the Mustachioed boys were going to be somewhere else, but no, they're pretty close together. Jacques kind of at first pretty confident saying, I know friends in high places, I won't be here very long. And Watts is pretty much just kind of like laying back, laughing at the fruits of his work, before he got some good old fashioned police brutality, and he is going off to get interrogated. Give him the clamps! See how that goes. They're probably gonna drill him for like information on Salem, and makes sense. He's one of like Salem's like generals. Like they know that he's gonna have like a lot of knowledge, so they're gonna try and get that out of him, I imagine. Oh god, that was one point I forgot about. Crow did say something like when he was in the Hoden plane, and I was like, after like Watts was taken out and like kind of Robin was left, Crow was like looking at us like, we can do something. We can kill the man who put us here, which is like that like Clover's death has affected him so much that he's like ready to go like, I'm gonna kill Ironwood for everything that he's done. And as soon as I heard that, I just remembered that kind of scene from Volume 7, like, where just Ironwood like hugged Crow. I was just like, I'm just glad to see you again, because you could see the stress that Ironwood was kind of going through. And now, like, one volume later, just Crow's just like, I'm gonna kill him. Heavy topics this volume, heavy topics. So then you got showing footage of the evacuation, of Mantle, the news reporter commenting like the situation in Atlas, and the other Happy Huntress. Like, I had to like look up their names again because I don't remember Robin's and Fiona's. So one of the Happy Huntress, Joanna, she just grabbed the mic off Sanji. He did look like Sanji from One Piece, and just made the broadcast here like Atlas has abandoned us. Ironwood doesn't care about us down here. You want to stay alive, just follow us, get to the evacuation kind of like refuge point. And then we've got, where's my notes? They've disappeared. Then you've got the stuff we all saw in the kind of like the preview trailer. Yang and her group's got the hover bikes from Pietro's lab, and they're doing their own kind of protecting the people and evacuating stuff. You got pretty much all of stuff that was shown in the preview clips in this episode. You got Yang and Jean and Ren and Oscar like protecting the people and getting them to the evacuation point, but it was also showing more of the kind of they having to protect the people from not only the grim but their own kind of negative emotions, because you had like one person come out and say like, why aren't we going to Atlas? Why are we having to go down like further down with the animals? Which Yang wasn't having any of that, and you could like Jean was like trying to keep everyone positive, but on the other hand we're seeing more of like Ren dealing with his negative emotions, and like I know like Ren isn't outright a positive person, but he isn't outright negative. He's just very good at, well, not good at, but he's very stoic. Like what he does is he masks his emotions, which is part of his semblance, which is partly why at one point you kind of saw when like Jean was honor boosting his semblance to like mask the whole group, which he did in volume 6 during like the train scene, but I imagine that wasn't for as long because he just needed to mask the train one until it was out of danger, and then Ruby and Team Ruby and their group could defeat the grim. So that's probably back to point 6. But this is transporting a group of people across an unknown amount of distance, and I don't think it was much the strain of it as well, but also like I think Ren dealing with his negative emotion is affecting his semblance, because his semblance again helps him mask emotions. So how can he mask people's like emotions and negativity if he can't mask his own, if that makes sense? Then we go to Ruby's side of the group. They're with May? Is it Mary? May, yeah. So like I like both sides are kind of working with like one of the Happy Huntresses. I do like we get to see more of the Happy Huntresses on their own, kind of without Robin. It gives more insight to like what their characters are like. So yeah, we got like Ruby, Blake, Weiss, Penny and Nora, and they're at I think it was the snowshoe department, which Weiss's family have connections with, and it's part of the dust is mined down in Mantle, and it's sent through these tubes up towards Atlas, which explains like what those like kind of tubes for. Like I kind of thought it was again like kind of cargo down below, but I know it's like mostly dust. I'm probably sure like lots of people have like figured out before me, but like people have more common sense than me. And we got a really nice moment between Penny and Ruby when like you could see like Penny was upset, so they're like, friends shouldn't fight, like this isn't good. And at first Ruby thought she was meaning like kind of like her and Yang. She was like, like even though we like had an argument, it'll be alright. But then Penny's like, no, like it's the stuff with Ironwood and Winter and the Aesops, and we all just started fighting and said people are going to die because of me, which was wrong of Ironwood to do like guilt trip her, like I don't like that. I think like Ironwood still kind of sees her more of like a tool, resource, the protector of Mantle, which Penny is the protector of Mantle and she's the Winter Maiden now. And without going into proper philosophical debates of like how an android like acquired the power of the Winter Maiden, but she has like aura, she has life force, getting apart all that, because that's a whole nother topic of discussion. It was just like a really sweet scene between Penny and RWBY, and I'm holding on to those nice sweet scenes because we might not have a lot of them this volume. I just really like Penny's character, like she's really like come along the past volume, and her and RWBY like work off well, like they're both precious cinnamon buns and they will work really well off together. Like they're both going to be for each other a lot, I imagine this one. They're both going to be each other's emotional support. and then Nora just basically yeeted Weiss up to Atlas by getting a bit touchy with the buttons. That was a legitimately funny scene. I think it's like was the properly funny scene that we've got in so far this volume. And we got to see more of the Mantle evacuation refugee camp again, focusing more of the happy huntresses like Fiona, and then Weiss's team arrives and you get more of a scale like what we're going to do, like when we're gathering up people, how we're going to defend them. Then they're sent out to like deal with more Grimm, and then just as they're about to be attacked by another thinking they're 3 of the Beowulfs, they just like look off in the distance and just turn around and they're like, wait, did the Grimm just run away? And as soon as that, Oscar gets attacked, brutally attacked. Like I know like he's got aura that defends him, but even despite the aura, I was legitimately thrown off by the onslaught, the brutality of the attack from this Grimm. This like Grimm, Salem's pet. I don't know if he's got a name yet, but I'm gonna call him the Alpha Grimm, or Caesar, casing to the point that I'm gonna make. If you look to me like it was a shapeshifter, because it went from the kind of like the Beowulf form, and then you could see it kind of bubbling and morphing to a kind of bipedal like Grimm, and it was kind of stretching, looking like the nuclear eye, and then like Ren's just sort of like, let go of him. You could see like it had intelligence, because when like Yang and Ren were like moving towards him, he was holding Oscar out as a shield when he was like knocked out, and Ren's shouting at the guy like, let him go, and you could see it kind of growling, and then like, no. And it was the first time like Grimm taught, and it was like that scene of just kind of geeking out here. It was like that scene from Rise of the Planet of the Apes, where like the ape in it Caesar just went, no. That was a pretty big thing, because we've not seen that Grimm speak yet, and then it grew the wings. Like it's a pretty like interesting, like this kind of shape shifting Grimm. I imagine it's still got some more tricks up its sleeve, because it the episode ended like halfway through the chase with Yang and John and Ren chasing after the Grimm who's like got Oscar. He's going to take her to Ceylon. So I think next episode the chase is going to continue. This Alpha Grimm's going to try and like throw out 1 or 2 new little tricks to kind of get him off, or maybe I'll call some Grimm to attack the group while it flies off with Oscar. I don't know, we'll need to see. And also there was a good scene between Oscar and Ozpin, which is like a kind of conversation we haven't had between the two for a while, and it was more dealing with Oscar has in this own kind of identity crisis. Like he's not happy, like in the sense that Ozpin's been away for a long time. He's like, and like he's angry that he's back now, and he made some interesting points that I never really kind of thought of in the last volume, but it does make sense. Like I'm annoyed because like I was finding my own place within the group. I like an out and like a nice scene where like he's talking about Oscar's talking about like, while you were gone, I finally got to earn my place as part of the team. Like I got to earn it as myself rather than just being the new you. Now you're back, I feel like I'm gonna just fall back into that role again. I don't want to be the new you, because that's the once Ozpin takes over, how much of Oscar is gonna be left? Like, have we gone right into like, because like, even though we've seen the stuff with like Ozpin or Ozma's like kind of like previous reincarnations, we don't know like the full process of when one regeneration kind of melds with the new person, like how much is left afterwards. Is Ozma like, or Ozpin, an amalgamation of kind of personalities in theirs, or just the new body disappear and just Ozma remains? Again, I'm pretty sure like there's been like discussions about this, but this is just kind of me thinking. So that was a nice scene between Oscar and Ozpin. It shows like, also shows that despite Ozpin's kind of poor decisions and like despite Ozpin's like poor decisions or like kind of disregard for like others, he is still willing to like kind of like protect others kind of more than I would at this point. And Jamie, that's the sum of this episode. What I do like about this, like the start of this, it's kind of like a slow build until it got to like that scene near the end. But also like, it's been mostly kind of unspoken, but you are seeing like the kind of tensions between the group. Like whenever someone says like, "Oh, you're doing pretty well with like the others," or like, how do you think the others are doing?" You just kind of see the kind of downcast eyes, or the atmosphere just gets a bit sullen all of a sudden. So that is what I'm kind of want to see. I want to see the team dynamic get stretched to its limit, maybe not its breaking point, because I don't know if I can handle that, but I do want to see the team dynamic get tested this time, and you could definitely see it between like Ren and Nora. Like you can see it from like Nora's end, you can see it from Ren's end, and it will lead to very interesting discussions. I'm sorry, I still have my dinner. But yeah guys, thanks for watching this reaction video. Hopefully it will be up in time for like you all guys to watch, and I'll get the episode 1 sorted out by the time you all watch this. Hope you like this video. Comment down below what you thought of this volume, what you thought of my reaction, and also what do you think of this new Alpha Grim? What do you think of its like abilities, its kind of shape-shifting abilities, and do you think it has any more tricks up its sleeve? And also, what do you think the conversation between Salem and Oscar is going to be like? Let me know in the comments down below, and remember to like and subscribe to Mentalhaggis Cosplay. That's all for now. Take care guys, and I will see you at the episode 3 reaction video next week. Until then, take care.
Give him back!
You damn dirty egg!